Good morning, folks, and good morning, Herky. Herky just got up a couple minutes ago, got a snack. I love you, buddy. We're going to do a couple quick videos, and then we'll have the big meal, okay? I love you, buddy, honey. I love you, Herky, honey. It's time to turn that phone on. Do 7:27 a.m. Sunday, July 31st. 7:27. Either way you go, it's 727. 7 spiritual, 2 understanding. 7 spiritual again. Spiritually understanding spirituality. I'm going to talk about 2 different spirits. A 7 and 7. Going to spend just a few minutes on the dual core spirit. Excuse me, dual spirit core. Blah. What the ancients call the Kundalini is the core energy of the body, where the 2 different spirits are within the body. Like I said, that's going to change. It's going to be single core. There might be people, sooner or later there will be people telling you for a small price of $1,000 or something, they can take the earth and body away from you, the earth and spirit away from you, the spirit that is planetary essence from Gaia. Don't waste your money, they can't. There's what's out there right now saying they can remove chakras and if necessary your whole Kundalini. That's so funny. You know what, to put this in a simple analogy, that's like someone going down to the river. That same fool that is telling you he can pull energy flow out of your body. Imagine that fool sitting down at the river and there's an eddy, and he puts his hands in and pulls the eddy out, and he goes, I remove it. And here it comes. He goes, I remove it. Here it comes again. I remove it. And then he stands there with the new eddy there and saying, see what I did? I used to get more annoyed at people like that just for spreading false information. I knew they were on a personal high, man. I didn't care about that. I don't think of things so much in that light unless it's really a major issue with the person that I have to deal with. So I like to leave people alone. You'll notice when I talk about someone, I'll correct them. Some people, well, they need a little more attention. You have to be the freak to be able to do that, okay? So don't expect to be seeing that. And then even I'm talking about messing with spirit inside a body, okay? And it shouldn't, pretty much should never be done. It will be done on the outside when they come out. The single core, the single spirit cores, or the way the new body will be being made for you, an embryo in a woman. Some people test tubes. Not many, I hope, but whatever. I understand it. There's a whole lot less labor pain. But only one spirit will be put in. So bada boom, bada bing. That's how that runs. the effects of a dual spirit core. Well, first let's look at what it is. The smaller percentage of the spirit in your body, usually about 40% of the total spirit in your body. There's two spirits. There's your personal spirit and that came from the planet originally. 40% of the volume is from the planet, and 60% is your spirit coming in the body. Now, most everything is soul. Not a bad thing whatsoever. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. Don't anyone ever think that of yourself, please. I don't like to say please, but I'm saying it now. It's important to me that you appreciate yourself, okay? I've seen the souls were smaller fragments of spirit, of energy, that were taken away. Spirit energy too, though. And a lot of you are so beautiful. If you're a smaller piece of something really beautiful, and then you grow bigger, folks, that's awesome. That's incredible. We have a very diverse creation. I understand how it came about, how it went sour, and now it's getting fixed. I'll do a video more about that later. Something for in closing. Anyway, the spirit of the planet is essence. Okay, it's planetary essence. It came from Gaia. She released it to be separate individuals. Does not take, only takes a little bit of it back, and it cannot. She cannot take it and push it back into her, but she takes it back to be with her and around her and loving. Some of them aren't too cool. Okay, they've had some issues, and that's, you know, that's the second spirit, or actually it came in the body first, but whatever. It's that other spirit that's part of you. It's not part of your actual spirit. It's part of the body, but it's in there with you. It's like having a. It's like you being a driver of a car, and he's in the passenger seat, or she's in the passenger seat for the most part. Sometimes it's a little more male energy. So, sometimes you don't need to have a co-driver or a backseat driver. Sometimes they grab a hold of the wheel, want to run things. Actually, you can't hardly keep them off the steering wheel. It creates confusion in your life and everything else. When it's time for the body to die, they don't want to let go. They're planetary essence. Okay? They're made to attach to the bodies. And if you're entwined with them, flowing with them inside a body, they don't want to let go. And it's not time for the body to die, you're stuck there. And you suffer for a long time. And those that you love watch you suffer, then they suffer through that. Folks, this creation was built upon abuse to grow your spirits bigger while they're in the body. That's now, it's already been changed on the other side, but the format hasn't been reset. It will soon. Then everyone's lives changes. Butterfly, I love butterflies. It's so cool. They mean joy, happiness. It's not like the world is full of butterflies and everything's happy. Okay? You have to have strife, but not abuse. And these physical bodies are going to go. Alright, so, also, they really enjoy the base chakra. They have found out, by having had so many lives in physical bodies from this planet, they have found out ways to get on top of your spirit, okay, to get the better of your spirit, to come out on top. And a lot of them are really cool and loving. Remember, we're talking about Gaia, but they've also been abused because they came from Gaia, but they've also been abused and beat up. Planetary essence is very clean. It's less than 2% negativity, okay? Now, The ones that are troublemakers, they'll attach to your spine and literally start throwing emotions all over your body, pushing you one way and the other. Remember, they've been in these bodies more than you have. They understand them better. They attach to them, don't want to let go. That causes all kinds of problems for you. If they can control your emotions, they can freak out your DNA, and they can effectively totally close off your crown. It's not the right word, closing off. They can totally disable your crowns, your crown energy field chakras, all three of them, the lower, middle, and upper. They can make them render them totally ineffective. Plus, you got to remember, essence is stronger than soul. Okay? That's strong stuff. So, it's not that they control you, but they can, and it's in a lot of people, depending on the particular planetary essence that's inside of you. And a lot of people, it's a wonderful, wonderful blessing. Every time I see that, I'm so happy. Happy for them, happy for everybody. Folks, what you go through, the stress you're being put through, that does go out into the field. It doesn't destroy the field. The field's too damn strong. But you know what? It does go out there and it affects things. It's like when people, the Institute of Heart Math, Greg Braden, really cool guy, they talk about the power of the heart and how they've actually done studies where, I think Greg said at one time, it's like the square root. I forget how they did it with it. He had a formula, but it's like it's almost like it's such a small percentage of people in a certain town. I'm seeing like the square root of 3 or something. I don't know percent. Anyway, if just a small percentage of people in a town or around the planet meditate, just relax and they flow, and just put out love, feeling of love, it will have a strong effect on the amount of aggression that's out everywhere. Okay? It goes into the field, and the field will say, okay, this needs to be this, needs to be that. The field's stronger than it's ever been now, but it does have a mind of its own. Sentient spirit. Hello. But it does have an effect. Well, when the normal scenario is more compassion, more honor, more sense of equality, everyone's life gets better from that too. Folks, I'm not myself out of body. I can't tell you everything I'd like to. Okay? I can't tell you everything I want to because I can't access all that at one time. I have to get little bits and pieces. And some things I don't tell you. It's not for now. They're not horrible things. It's like, how much can you digest? I don't want you all running around with heads exploding like mine. Well, for me, that would be stupid to do that. And it's not, oh, I'm so great, so full of wisdom or something. No, it's a pain in the butt to see and feel and stuff all over the place all the time. It keeps you, it detracts you from doing what you really need to do. It's constant input. And when you're trying to talk, it can take you away from things. Plus, other people talking to you when it's necessary. Other people popping in. I did a video before on my other channel where I actually said, because folks, we have folks from other on starships and stuff. They watch us. It's like a video. They take it's instant video. It's easy for them. Okay, they can actually astral project into a room and see. Okay, and They can, when you get a few of them together with the proper equipment, they can easily come over here from a space station, that space station that's now closer to Saturn, but it was near Saturn and Jupiter. I mean, in the middle of them, space station. It's in space. It's a huge community. Anyway, they actually came over here one time when I was cranking up a lady, and then they're just watching me. And then two little kids from the space station, a younger brother that was really strong, and an older brother that got on a chair. While I was cranking, they're trying to talk to me when I'm cranking someone up, and that really pissed me off. And I grabbed a hold of both of them, their energy, send their spirit that was here, sent it home to the station with a little force. And I put out a video. I said, stay away from me when I'm cranking someone up. The Fae are very careful about being around me, because there's a lot more now recently, but when the fighting was really horrific, they stay away. There's too much energy. They have energy bodies, the kind we're gonna have. That's why literally about a third of my body is encased in this weird stuff, equipment. Whenever I'm put on a ship, metaphysical energy, runs a lot of ships, folks. Physics as we know it is about to change. Metaphysics. The physical world is part of the metaphysical world. What's meta? Meta is something other than, something you can't hold with your hands, something that's not physical right in front of you. That's metaphysical. You look up the meaning of it. I always knew it was the correct word, but you look up the meaning of it. Meta. Meta means other than, and then it floats around over here, and the first thing they say is there's no real exact definition. Well, it's stuff that's going on that you can't know, that you can't physically touch to know about. Okay, it's not that you can't know about, but you can't physically look at to know about. You have to use your abilities, your metaphysical abilities. I'm going to do a quick video after this about the dangers of the word psychic. The endless pit of horrors of the word. Anyway, so when you don't have that other earth and spirit in your body, folks, they ought to be allowed to have lives of their own anyway. But they have other stuff coming up. They're going to change and do other things. Okay, they have new bodies that they're going to like. Okay, planets. Things are going to change for everybody where it's better for everybody. Compassion, honor, equality. All across the board. Otherwise, it's not equal. Okay, so that earth and energy in the body, when you got a great one, that's wonderful. It'll really enhance your life. But when you got a problematic one that's aggressive, abusive, that'll give you hell. You could be talking in a seminar, and all of a sudden, boom, you break down crying. All of a sudden, break out laughing when you're talking about something that's serious, and all of a sudden, you break out a smile. Chances are that's them messing with you. Sometimes poor Lily gets a little worried about me, and she's, she doesn't like seeing me the way I am inside. She's welcome to be there and protected too. So, folks, I'm like a loving dad more than I am this other thing that I needed to be. It's kind of frustrating. My son, my actual physical son here on the planet, he's not doing too well, and it's bothers the hell out of me. I can't be with him. I can do what I need to as soon as the second I'm out of here, and that's why This earth and energy, it wants me in this body big time. Doesn't want me to come out. And then, see, that's the same thing happens to you. I didn't mean to slide so much into my personal life on this video. Just did. That was me, no one else. No blame there. But anyway, it affects us. They can help us. But when they're a problem, folks, they're a problem. The second worst thing there is on the planet. The second worst the second most abusive, aggressive, I don't know what else, part of piece of spirit that came from Gaia that goes in bodies. The second worst is literally what's been inside this body, and I got to work like hell. Excuse me, trying to get rid of all of it, but you can. If you do, then you just float out of the body. Body goes boom. I've talked about the shells before. That there's actually equipment that can they would hit the body with it like a chair, but it's different. It's not the regular chair. This is a huge thing. It's like a huge MRI that you go into, and they literally try to push the spirit out of the body. And if it's 47% negative or more, then the angel that was the one archangel that was running around that one body literally was pulling would pull the spirit out, and it looked like the machine did it. But to actually do that, it's difficult, and I can't get it all out until it's time to go, but I've had to deal with it. They can be very problematic. The worst one, that was the most aggressive and worst, I don't like that word, the most aggressive and abusive one from this planet is what was inside Karen, White Tiger Lily. The body that White Tiger Lily was inside. She's all out, she's all free. Yes, thank you for the little light flicker. Excuse me. So if you feel your base chakra cranking up, when you feel that little light feeling, almost a vibrating feeling going through your body, take a look and see what's there. Remember, first thing, go for male or female, and then from there go on. Once you read the books, here we go again. This is the different forms of spirit that are out there. The planetary essence that's in here, where it came from, how it started. Everything you need to know about the spirit inside your body, how creation started, is all right here. That's the first book. This is the second book. First one, it's only 134 pages. This one's 412. You get to the end, it's less than 412. They count the other Roman numeral pages. Whatever, I'm going by what they said. This is about how everything started working together, what happened, the fight and everything else. There's a lot of stuff in the fight that's not in there because that's something I did. And there's too much of me in the book, but it's what happened, folks. You like it or don't like it, it matters nothing compared to in relation to the fact that it happened, and that's how it happened. It's like the editor, the number one editor for Create Space, and then a second editor, they said that this information in those books is nowhere. It can't be found. These people publish books for a living. They're editors, okay? You said this information is nowhere. You say it in a very normal, happy way. You're just a plain person talking about it, but it's like a textbook. So, we like to make our paragraphs really long. We have to keep yours exactly as you wrote them, really, pretty much exactly as you wrote them. It's very short because there's just too much there. Folks, that this information isn't anywhere else. It's nowhere. It was one of the 3 things I had to do in the body that I had to do before I got out of the body. And hopefully my money should come in soon, or I can completely stop doing the consults. and take care of a lot of things, finish getting things in order. But it's important to me that I do the animal videos, animal spirit guide videos, and do the third book, excuse me, on DVD. Paul's going to own the all the copyrights. Paul Cherrick. He gave me his email. I need to put it up here soon. Anyway, so folks, when you don't have that spirit in you, if you have a real nice piece of planetary essence in you, that's a blessing. It can be nice to have someone there with you. And those people that have that situation, they're calm. You're going to find they're the ones that when they go to astral project, they remember more of what they're doing. Why? Because when your spirit goes to astral project, that's you. Okay, it's not the body, the energy. Excuse me, the spirit that came from the planet. It's not the planetary essence part of the Kundalini. It's you. And usually you want to get the hell away from that spirit. You want to extend out of your body, go somewhere, do some stuff, and then come back. Okay? You're trapped in this body. You're usually having to argue with the spirit of the body. They want to do one thing, you want to do something else. You know, there's that confusion is constant strife. Okay? So you want to get the hell away. When that spirit is really benevolent and loving, and honestly, there's a lot that are. And it's mostly in the people that are asleep. They're not awakened yet. So when that's the case, you go out to see something, and you don't mind taking the energy of the spirit, the essence of the planet, planetary essence that's in your body. You don't mind taking it with you, because you're not freaking out trying to get away from it. You don't have to have time away. It's like, man, screw you. I'm getting the hell out of here for a while. It's not like that. It's hey, man, come on, let's go party, let's go run around a little bit. The planetary essence kind of wants to stay there at the body, but when it gets along with you really good and you trust each other, it'll take you off. But there's too many problems with that energy, so it's going to be just not go like that. You know, you'll be able to have the option to have one, have a life with one or one without, whatever. Things are going to float around. But we're basically moving towards the single core. And if we do that, if you do want to go astral project, you go out. And when you come back, guess what? You're going to remember what you're doing. You have no idea who you really are, what you can do, and how things are going to change. That doesn't mean you're not intelligent. You're all incredibly intelligent. You might have even had a life where you're putting in a body that has a brain that doesn't function at a high level. That was done to you. Look at animals. Animals are becoming smarter and smarter. They're changing for a reason, but they are so intelligent. Animal essence is so intelligent. It's smarter than we are, big time. So many lives, fortitude, compassion, bum, bum, bum. They just keep going, keep going. So many quick lives, one after the other. They've learned so much, it's ridiculous. They have incredible honor. Animal spirit guide never lie to you. If you ask them a question and then they answer and it doesn't turn out the way they said, then that's because you asked them something about the future, and the future is continually changing. And that was not them lying. That was them telling you the truth of what was in the future most likely for you at the time you asked the question. So, you'll have lives where you just take off, you come back, you remember. Your dreams will be so alive, so vivid. Why? Because it's all you. It's all you. There's nothing else in your mind moving stuff around, And I'm not picking on the more than half, about 60-something% of you have good earth and essence inside you, planetary essence from Gaia inside the body. So that's why I said we'll go into this single spirit core situation in bodies, lives in bodies. But there will be exceptions. As a matter of fact, there's the fifth wave of souls. They've hardly had any lives. So what are they going to do? They're learning. Okay? It would really be nice for them to have a life in a body with part of the planet's spirit. That, it came from the planet. It's its own self now, where it came from the planet. And have it in there to help that spirit that's a little concerned, a little scared, little confused about a lot of things, which is natural. First time we do anything, we're confused. First time you ride a bike, pretty confusing. And then all of a sudden, boom, you get it. So everything is alive, folks. Spirit, sentient energy, it's everywhere. Plants, trees, animals. That's what I want you to know. That's what's important to me. That's part of my job. I don't have the ability to do this, but I wish I could just flow into all of you and just open you up and show you everything that's out there. Just see everything at once. The human brain isn't capable of that, and I have my limits. You know, hello, human body here. We have a cool family, folks. And that includes the other spirit inside the body. But people talk about the Kundalini, they don't know what it is. They think like certain magic happens and this snake goes around your spine and you go crazy and you become enlightened. No, folks, it's going on all the time. There's constant flow. And by the way, it's not two snakes going like that. They flow in and out of each other. But they don't become one. But they just kind of blend through each other, retaining their individuality. Folks, love you, man. Gotta run. Got one more to do, and gotta take the man to get something at EAT, and then OUTSIDE. I'm so glad he doesn't spell. So anyway, there's a little more food for thought. Okay. There's a lot going on, folks. Every one of you is a Ferrari. Very intricate, yet simple. There's so much more to you than you can see at the moment. And things are changing where you're going to see more because it's past time. Folks, love you. Have a good one.